This is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And so the question I've been coming across from Candace Owens and a few other white conservatives is America headed back to segregation? And this is all because of the so-called Black national anthem that was sung at the Super Bowl. What is revealing is that white people are not aware that we have been singing that song for over 100 years. And I believe it was 1917 that it was declared the Black national anthem. What's that, 14 years before America came up with the Star-Spangled Banner as its national anthem. So are we headed back to segregation? Well, we've always been segregated to a certain extent. Every time some effort is being made to integrate something or desegregate something, you get a lot of pushback from white people. And then the next thing they say is, well, now are we going to have a Latino national anthem and an Asian national anthem and an Indian national anthem? Well, my answer to that is, if the Hispanic people have a song that they've been singing for 120 years that records their history of being brought here against their will and being forced to work for not only 246 years of slavery, but another 100 years of de facto slavery called Jim Crow, a system in which you had no control over your own body, your children, or your life. If they have that kind of a song that records that kind of traumatic history, along with a lot of other things that went with the enslavement system, and they want to sing that song at the Super Bowl, I don't have a problem with it. And that goes for all the other groups too. If they can document their history in the same way that we document our history, and then with all the other add-ons that we have, if they have all of that in their arsenal and they want to sing or dance or do a powwow or anything they want to do at the Super Bowl, I'm all in favor of it. Furthermore, if the Hispanics can show that they had such an impact on the American economy that their likeness was placed on the money of the United States, I would applaud them. I would applaud them and encourage them to get up and sing about that. I wouldn't be upset about it. If the Indians or the Hispanics or the Asians or whatever other group can show where they were involved in the building activity of this country to the point that institutions have to acknowledge that they participated in the building of their institutions, the enslaved people, if they can show that, then I think it would be wonderful to acknowledge those people. I would encourage it. I think it would be helpful. I think it would enhance the total American culture. I don't think that would be divisive at all. I think it would be inclusive to say that, well, in the past, we didn't recognize your accomplishments, but now we do because we are growing and evolving as a country. So I wouldn't consider that as being divisive and that we are going back to segregation because we're going to keep that, because we're going to stay with a standard that's very simplistic, that does not reflect the contributions of anybody but white people. I don't understand that as being inclusive. You're just going to recognize what white people did or what they say they did, and everybody else has to shut up and go along. Otherwise, you're being divisive. I don't think that's true at all, and I don't think that takes us back to segregation. I think that recognizes that it took more than one group of people to create this society. That's how I would look at it. And then this is the Super Bowl. This is a sporting event. 70% of that organization is African Americans. So if 70% of an organization is of one group, and that group is the one that can't even sing a song that's dear to their family, that's dear to their people and their culture without being called divisive, I believe there's something wrong with that. And then even in the Super Bowl, in the halftime entertainment, African Americans bring the house down more than anybody else, just performing out of their natural gifts. But then you can't recognize that there's just a song that's dear to their people's heart that they would like to share with the world, which I don't think is a good idea. But I'm just making the point that they want to share with the world, and you're so selfish and so mean-spirited that you don't want, that only what you want to be sung can be sung without a lot of complaining and name-calling and trying to make people feel bad about something that they're proud of. Anything anybody else does is divisive. I think that's being divisive. I think they're the most divisive, if the truth be told. Because the reality is, if America had wanted to have a national anthem that was uniting of all of us, they could have used another song. They picked that song intentionally, just like they went and dug up all those old Confederate races to make statues out of after there was talk of integration and equal rights. That's when they went back and dug all of this racist stuff up. They wanted to make a point. They did not want to integrate with us. They did not want us to have due process, which was our right under the Constitution, under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. They didn't want us to be able to vote. They didn't want us to be able to buy a house wherever we wanted to. And when those things came on the horizon and the government started talking about equality and a civil rights bill, that's when they came up with all of this racist, divisive stuff. And now they gaslight us when we responded to it by creating our own. Then we didn't throw that away just because the society supposedly changed, which it really didn't. We didn't throw away our culture. And so this is a part of our culture. Now, I'm not saying it's appropriate to sing it at the Super Bowl. I don't think you should be singing any of it at the Super Bowl. That's just how I feel. And so now Candace Owens, a black person who was a swirler, divested to a white man, had several children with him, and I guess she's afraid that segregation might come back to the country. But I don't think that that's where the country is headed. I think that's hysteria. It's unfair, and it shows the contempt and disrespect that they have for black people. That is in response to the experience that they've had here as a group, and they wanted to use that song to document the pain and suffering of their ancestors. And so they've been singing that song, and it's a part of their history. It's a part of the legacy of their ancestors. If the Hispanics, the Asians, the Indians, the white people, the Jews, the Irish, if they have a song that they've been singing in this country for 100 and something years, and now they want the world to know about their song, I say yes. Let them bring that song on and sing all of them. Let the Hispanics sing theirs. Let the Asians sing theirs. Let the white women sing theirs. Let the gays sing theirs. Everybody who has a copywritten song that they've been singing for over 100 years about their experience in America, an America that forced them here against their will and worked them for over 300 years without pay. So if they have that kind of history and they have a song to go with that history that they want to sing at the Super Bowl, I say bring it on. I don't see anything wrong with that. So that would end that. And then as far as the segregation part of it, I think it's very selfish of white people, and it's very disingenuous of black people to go in on that song. This is just a song. And we can't throw all of our history away because white people say, oh, okay, well, you can take our song now. We can share this song. We don't even like that song. Many black Americans don't like that song. And the ones who do continue to sing it and be happy about it. But black people are going to have to make a decision going forward. How much of this do you want to take? It's way past time that we said to these white people, enough, enough. We have reasons for doing what we do. And if you would like to know the reasons, stop talking and listen. Okay, y'all, that's all I got to say about it. What do you think about the video? Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.